Hi guys, welcome. So today I'm going to be doing my 6-month update to Project Pan. At the beginning of this year, I thought I was going to finish like max 20 products, but I have this humongous bin that is overflowing. So in today's video, I'm going to show you all my empties and if I would repurchase them or not. And then I'm going to talk about the numbers and like stuff I've learned from Project Pan. So I'm just going to dump everything out. This is a huge pile. Here's how everything looks all organized. So I'm just going to go through category by category and then talk about each product. So first is my hair care. I finished 9 hair care products. First is this Miracle Curls conditioner. I really like this conditioner and shampoo, but I'm almost done with the shampoo. I just didn't finish it. I would definitely repurchase this. This is like my second bottle and I'm on my third right now, and I really enjoy it because it's really moisturizing. I have this Miracle Curls Curl Refresher. I felt like this didn't do very much for me, so I wouldn't repurchase. And then these 2 curl creams. They were quite watery and also didn't do very much, so I wouldn't repurchase those too. Again, this hair mask was really watery, so I just didn't like it as much. But this hair stick was really good. I really enjoy having this when I put my hair up in ponytails for sports and stuff, and it keeps the flyaways all down, and I really enjoyed it. This hair treatment was really nice and moisturizing, but I don't think that I need it, so I wouldn't repurchase. And then these 2 honey conditioner and shampoo. I actually really liked these, but I do prefer the Miracle Curls ones. I liked how they smelled, and they were also very nice and moisturizing. And next is my skincare. I finished 13 skincare products. So first are these 2 CeraVe face washes. I really like these and they work very well for my skin, so I do just keep repurchasing it. They're also nice and affordable, so I would recommend if you wanted to try out an acne cleanser. Next is this face wash that I was using as a body wash for my back acne, but it didn't really do anything, so I wouldn't repurchase. Next is this Glow sunscreen. It smelled nice and it wasn't oily, but it did leave a white cast and it also peeled off my skin. I don't know why I did that. I think it just didn't work for my skin, so I wouldn't repurchase it. Next are these 2 face masks. I don't really like the feel of sheet masks on my skin, so I wouldn't repurchase these. Next was this hypochlorous acid spray, and if you watched my June update, you know this is my absolute favorite product. It really helped my acne, and I'm going to always repurchase this and always keep using it. I would highly recommend if you have acne, and I really think you should try this out. You can just buy them off of Amazon, and I really like this one since it only has 3 ingredients. Next, I have these 2 Skintific products. So this moisturizer and this toner. This moisturizer did make me break out, so I did just use it as a lotion, so I wouldn't repurchase this. And then this toner was like fine, but I didn't really notice much change, so I wouldn't repurchase this either. Next is this little serum. I don't need to repurchase it. It's just a little tester, and so I didn't notice any change, and I don't need it in my skincare routine. And then lastly is this Glow serum. It was really cooling and felt nice on the skin, so I might consider repurchasing this in the future if I want to buy serum. Next is this Glow moisturizer, which I absolutely loved. It is so lightweight, doesn't feel like anything on the skin, and it worked really well with my oily skin. So I would highly recommend, and I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this after I finish the moisturizer I'm using right now. It also comes with an applicator, but I'm using it right now, and it has this cap too. It makes it feel very luxurious, but it is very affordable, so I would definitely recommend if you want a moisturizer. Next is this moisturizer. This one was more like a gel, and this one was more like a cream. So I did prefer the Glass Glow one, but this one was all right and didn't make me break out or anything, so it was good. And next for oral care, I finished 5 different products and then 7 flosses. So this is the toothpaste I do just keep using. It's just vanilla mint, and I think it works well. And I really like that it has vanilla in it, so it's less strong and it tastes nice. And then this mouthwash that I got for free, because I just wanted to try out a mouthwash. It was really, really strong, and I don't really know if I need a mouthwash in my routine, so I wouldn't repurchase it. And then these 2 travel toothpaste from Crest. They're good and stuff and really nice for travel, but we do have some more in the house, so I wouldn't repurchase them now, but probably in the future. And then for body care products, I used up 10 different products. So first is this Dettol body wash. It was like citrus, yuzu citrus, and it was just an alright body wash. I would probably repurchase it if I finish the one I'm using right now. And then this mini one from Good Virtues Co. It smelled really nice, and it was super like spa smelling and stuff. I did like it. If I need a travel one, I'd probably repurchase. This is a room spray that I got for free. I wouldn't repurchase it. I didn't really like the smell that much. I have this hand sanitizer that I just used up. I wouldn't repurchase. I have this hand cream. It smelled nice and I did like it, but I would just use a lotion on my hands. I don't need a specific product for that. And then I have this Australian Gold sunscreen. I'm using the exact same one right now, but in the future I probably wouldn't repurchase it since it's really greasy. I have this bath bomb which also smelled nice, but I don't even have a bath, so I wouldn't repurchase it. This Tree Hut Moonlight Glow Scrub. It was really nice and smelled really good. I might consider repurchasing a different smell from them to like try out some more, but I don't really need a sugar scrub. And then I also finished 2 soap bars, but they're used up so I can't show them. They're just ones I made, so I'm just gonna keep using those till I finish them, and then I'll repurchase like a different soap. And next for tissues, I finished 18 packets, which you might think is a lot, and I agree with you, but a lot of these only had 1 or 2 left in them, so I was just trying to use them all up. And then next for random, I finished 3 different things, so toothbrush heads pack, and then 2 boxes of pimple patches. I wouldn't repurchase any, well, I would repurchase this, but I wouldn't repurchase these 2 since they didn't really work for me. And next for my makeup, I finished 9 products. So the first one is this setting spray. I would not repurchase since I just don't need a setting spray. And then here are all the lip products I finished, but I put them in this box since I didn't want them to spill everywhere. First is this Aqua lip gel. I actually really liked this, and I liked that it was in a squeezy tube, but it's not my absolute favorite, so I wouldn't repurchase. Next, this Reese's lip balm, which I did really like. It was nice and moisturizing and smelled very nice, so I would consider repurchasing. And then these 2 knockoff Vaselines, which did smell nice and were moisturizing, but I just don't like potted things, so I wouldn't repurchase them. Same goes for this Shell lip balm. And then this lip tint, I did like the color, but it was really goopy, so I wouldn't repurchase it. This Claire's gloss was a clear gloss, and I did like it, but it was kind of sticky, so I wouldn't repurchase it. And then these 2 products I only finished half of, but I just decided to call it quits on them because this e.l.f. pumping gloss really dried out my lips, and it took like a whole month for them to go back to normal, so I just gave up on it. And then this Juicy lipstick, I don't like purple lipsticks. It's so unnatural, and I was thinking if I declutter this, I'll be able to get more progress on my other lipsticks because I want to get a lot of use out of all of them instead of just finishing one and the rest of them being expired. So I did count these two as one empty and one declutter since like half of the product were used and the other half wasn't. And next, for my favorite section, I'm going to do all the numbers and like data and stuff. So I just made this like sticky note with a bunch of different things. So I'm going to tell you. So first, I'm going to start with all the body, hair care, and skincare since I count those as like one group. So this year I started with 58 products. I decluttered 2 products because they were both expired. And then one of them I counted as a gold product because it was a hair dye that I just wanted to use once and I knew I wasn't going to finish. So I just made a goal for that and then got rid of it once I got that goal. And then I emptied 37 products, which is actually crazy to me. So in total, that's minus 40 products. And then I added 7 products. That means that they were already in-house, but I just added them to the project pan. I bought 16 products, but most of those were just repurchases because I ran out of toothpaste, for example. And then I got gifted 2 products, which I am so grateful for. And then 2 products I got from a hotel. So in total, I added 27. And that means I'm currently at 45 products, which I'm very happy with. And overall, I got minus 13 from 58 to 45. So I'm really happy with that, but I think I can reduce it even more because there's definitely more products I want to finish. And I'm hoping I can get below 40 products by the end of this year. And next for makeup, I started with 61 products this year, which was a lot more than I thought I had, which I think is one thing Project Pan teaches you, is that you have a lot more products than you think. So I was actually really surprised that I had more makeup than body, hair care, and skincare. I decluttered 13 products, but I gave 6 of those to my family because I just didn't want to waste things and I knew I wasn't going to finish things or there was things I just really didn't like. So I just really wanted to minimize my collection and not have things that I really hate. And a reminder, it's okay to declutter during your project pan. It's not wasteful. Just if you can't do it, it's all right. And then I emptied 9 products. So in total, that's 22 gone. And then I bought 2 products this year, which were just mascaras, which I think is really good. And I'm really happy that I didn't buy anything like lip products. And then I also got 3 gifted, which again, I'm so grateful for. So right now we're currently at 41 products, which I'm really happy with, and I think I can minimize my collection a lot more and probably get the makeup down to 30, I think, because I just have so many lip products right now and I really just don't need them all. Lastly, I want to talk about all the things Project Pan has taught me. So as I already said, it really helps when you just take out all the products and make a big pile, and it really like reminds you about all of these things that you have that you didn't even know you had. And then it stops overconsumption if you had like shopping problems or stuff. I would definitely recommend you to start because even if you don't have that many products, like I didn't have very many products, but it still definitely helped me and created a new mindset that I really don't need to buy all these things. And it really teaches you how long it really takes to use something up, like especially makeup products, they take so long. And yeah, I feel so much happier with like my bathroom and vanity because everything is a lot more empty and calm, and I feel like I know my products a lot more instead of them just being on a shelf and forgotten about. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you to start, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.